All right, welcome back to another PSI Real Estate Exam Prep for your National Real Estate Exam. And today we're going to talk about contract clauses, which are going to include amendments and addendas. And so we're going to go over 5 questions today regarding this topic that's going to help you pass your real estate exam for your National PSI exam for your real estate license. So question number 1. A buyer and a seller agree on a purchase price of $200,000 for a house. The contract contains a clause stating that time is of the essence. Which statement is true? The answer is B. If the closing date passes and no closing takes place, the party who failed to close is considered to be in default. The party not at fault has options to address the situation in the case of a breach. They can either choose to keep the earnest money as compensation, which is called liquidated damages, or they can take legal action against the defaulting party to enforce the specific terms of the contract, which is called specific performance. Question number 2. The buyer's offer stipulates that the closing must take place by April 15th, or the contract is null and void. The buyer may refuse to purchase on April 16th if the contract contained a time is of the essence clause. Time is of the essence indicates that meetings the specified deadline or requirement is crucial, and failure to do so constitutes a breach of the contract. Question number 3. All of these are true about contingencies, except they must be worded loosely to allow reasonable satisfaction. And so contingencies give rise to contracts that can be voided. If these contingencies are declined or left unsatisfied, the contract becomes void. A loosely defined contingency that isn't specific or missing some detail can lead to an unenforceable contract. Question number 4. The sales contract says the buyer will purchase the property only if an attorney approves the sale by the following Saturday. The attorney's approval is a contingency. A contingency is for a specific event to occur, or else the contract can be terminated with the earnest money being returned. A les pendens serves as notice of a pending lawsuit. A warranty guarantees the truth of certain stated facts, and consideration is a vital element of a valid contract, representing something of value offered in exchange for something from another party. And question number 5. After a long period of negotiations, the seller and the buyer are under contract. The buyer's lender has some issues with getting the final numbers, so the buyer asks to postpone the closing by 3 days. The seller agrees to do the change. To make the change binding and enforceable, the seller and the buyer should sign an amendment. An amendment is the document that makes changes to a contract. Attachments are additional items, including with offers to provide explanations, such as addendum containing a detailed legal description. Ad valorem is a term used in property taxes to determine the value of the property for tax purposes. All right, this was 5 questions that we think you're going to see some variation of on your National PSI Real Estate Exam. Give us a like if you found this video helpful. Subscribe because we do a new video every week. And we will see you next week as we help you pass your PSI National Real Estate Exam.